Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 9 of our FTB Skies Let's Play series, where today we are working on getting our arboreal extractor and our fractionating still and all of that good stuff set up. And it looks like I have an endermite I'm going to have to go kill, so let's end this early. Thanks, and let's get started. Run away. Welcome back, friends. Another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where today, well, we've got stuff and things to work on, as is always the case in the world of TheAndrata. Our gold backpack here is very quickly filling up. There's not terribly too much gravel to run, so I'll let it continue doing its thing. We'll grab some more of everything that I have, kind of sort of clear out to only one stack of these things, I guess. And then run that through our smelterator back there, and then that way we can clear out a little bit of space in there. I could also compress all of those nuggets down if I wanted to, but man, that's going to take a while. I should get the backpack upgrade for compressing and not have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and we'll just throw all this stuff in there, and then that'll continue to process over here and get us all of the resources that we're going to need for, everything that we're going to need. So that's taken care of that now. So today what I would like to work on, where we left off last episode, was we had made ourselves our experience obelisk. I can go ahead and take that off my inventory. And we talked about getting our next source of power gen going. Because over here, if we take a look, I'm out of coal again. I've put over 1,000 plus coal in here. We're running off of our battery. We're at 3.9 million, and we're slowly running out of power. And I'd like to avoid putting more coal in there if I can, if we can make it happen. So what I would like to do is go the route of compression dynamo from thermal expansion. And yes, I know I probably honestly could get into a gas burning generator from Mechanism if I go ahead and set up that whole process. We'll get there though. I'm not in any rush. I'm kind of sort of, like I said, we're refreshing myself of how all of these mods work and everything like that. So I'm not in any rush to speed through and everything. So I think we'll start out, a general progression. This is a progression that if you're playing a mod pack, you might want to go. Anyway, so a compression dynamo is similar to our Stirling dynamo over there, but instead of putting coal into it, we want to put what we call tree oil. Tree oil goes into our compression dynamo, and for every bucket, we end up with 100,000 RF being generated. So with that, in order to get tree oil, we need to use a fractionating still, and we need to fractionate resin. So we take resin, pump it into here. For every 200 millibuckets of resin, we will get 100 millibuckets of tree oil plus a little bit of rosin. Now, the rosin can also be used in our Stirling dynamo to generate some power, so it counts as a fuel, which we will use to help us with this process. We'll use that Stirling dynamo that we have as a little bit of a boost for extra power with our rosin. So it's kind of sort of a combo setup. Well, in order to get the resin, we need to get an arboreal extractor, and we need to set up some sort of tree. The best tree for us to use is going to be spruce, because for every iteration that the arboreal extractor runs, it will get us 50 millibuckets of resin, whereas all of the other trees only get us 25. So this doubles the amount out of a spruce tree. Now, with a spruce tree, there are 4 sides to it. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And we can set up an arboreal extractor on all 4 sides of it. So we can go ahead and get an arboreal extractor running and be producing a decent amount of resin. They can also take the upgrades in order to get even more resin. So in order to do that, we needed a spruce log, which we ended up happening to get from our exploration last episode. So it was absolutely highly worth. Excuse me, sir? It's because I have that diamond block there because I was hoping for some fairies to do some things, but they're not. I'm about to just get rid of that delightful dirt. I got that nutritious chicken egg. I might just... my concern with that is I need the amethyst, right? Like if we're looking through, I need an amethyst block. Crafting a mana steel mesh will make you more noticeable to magic users of the world. If you're lucky, a fairy might spawn and convert a nearby diamond block into budding amethyst, but it hasn't happened. I don't know how to make it happen. But what I am getting tired of is all of these mobs spawning around here. Just like so many of them. Give me a present. What'd you give me? Seeds. Wow. But yeah, like just all of these. I mean, I love Ars Nouveau and everything, but these guys aren't serving any purpose for me. And they're just honestly cluttering up my map and all that stuff. And I don't have any way to stop them from spawning because I can't get this all to grow. It won't do it. I could pour water, I guess, if I have a bucket of water. pouring over this, it would stop the spawning. See, look, a fairy just spawned in, but I don't have that converted. What if I do a bucket of water? Let's do a bucket of water here. That should stop the spawning. And then I don't have to worry about it. And then I can keep the delightful dirt. Okay, buddy. Go away. There we go. Yeah, and then I can keep the delightful dirt. And then if I ever need to, I can just go pick up that bucket of water. It's not a big deal. I wish I knew why I wasn't getting the fairies and they weren't spawning the amethyst. Like, my block of diamond has not turned into amethyst, and it's driving me crazy. Put it here, I guess. Maybe some fairies will spawn there. Because it's farmland, I don't know what the requirement for fairy spawnage is. Anyway, that's taken care of, and I don't got to deal with that anymore. So what I want to do is work on getting that stuff done. However, spruce trees, I mean, yeah, it's not too big. This one's not too big of a deal, honestly, this spruce tree that grew in. And we could set this up here. However, because Mechanism and their cardboard blocks are so amazing, we can actually kind of sort of cheat the system and create our own tree that is much more compact and efficient for this process. So that's what we are going to do to start out with. Before I do anything, though, I am going to go ahead and get myself an amethyst mesh. I believe if I get the amethyst mesh, it might give me amethyst. I don't know. A budding amethyst. I think it does. Like, isn't there a quest for this? Yeah, like if I get the amethyst mesh, I get a budding amethyst. I have 2 of them, actually, so then I don't have to worry about it. So that solves my problem that I'm having over there with that. So let's go ahead and get an amethyst mesh. I did find some amethyst shards in the last episode. So I have an amethyst mesh. See, look, this little starbuncle. Sorry, buddy. You're cute and all. Go away. So now I got an amethyst mesh. So we can go ahead and pop that guy down there. But with that, that should allow me to now get a budding amethyst, some speed upgrades from industrial foregoing, and a compacting drawer, and that's it. Okay. That gets me a bucket of raw experience. Sure. We'll just dump that into this thing. I have to observe the amethyst, I think. I think if I do this, it should... Nope. Okay, that's a different type of experience, though. Okay, so this is raw cognition. This is experience. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, so I can take this budding amethyst now and I can plop it down. So the budding amethyst is going to work in a it can grow amethyst on any of its 6 sides. So we'll go ahead and pop it. I don't know. Pop it here. So I'll put the budding amethyst down. Now if I observe that, shouldn't that complete the other quest that says observe budding amethyst? Isn't that like here or here or here or here? There's a quest somewhere for observing budding amethyst. This one. Yeah, observe a budding amethyst. But I have to go through... What is your requirement? Mana pool? I have to actually set up a mana pool in order for that to happen. You kidding me, Captain? Well, all right, forget that. But we have budding amethyst. Great. And if we do a little bit of, funsiness to it. How much power time do I have left? 57 minutes. I just burnt through a lot of time. But look, we got small amethyst buds growing off of this. So we can go ahead and chop those up. And we end up with nothing. How do you get the buds off? Do I have to have silk touch or something? Do I want to use my hand for this? Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure out how to get the buds off of there, but there's a way, for sure. But anyway, now we got amethyst growing. We'll take it. I don't need to worry about that diamond block. All right, that was my concern. That way I can get more amethyst, because this amethyst shards come from there, right? But do I need, like, silk touch? I honestly don't know. We'll end up seeing what the use case is there, but it's not a super big deal at the moment, okay? I just wanted to get that taken care of so that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, so that takes care of that. Good. So my goal here is to get myself a sawmill so I can get some cobblestone. So we need to get a saw blade. And then we're going to need to get a cobblestone so I can get some cardboard. Machine frame's going to require tin gear. And then some polished andesite and or diorite. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I had some extra of that anyway, but whatever. 2 of those. one of those. And there we go. We should be able to craft ourselves. Oh, wait, no, I got to actually do the machine frame. And we got a sawmill. And the sawmill is going to just let me chop up some logs, which is all I need. I don't need very many logs either. I just need a few, just so I can get the thing going. Nope. There. That way it gets power from there. I go ahead and throw this in there, and it'll chop up, and it'll give me some cardboard. Or it'll give me some sawdust. Oh, and actually, it's not even going to go over there. It's going to go over here. And the nice thing is it gives me, what, 6 planks per instead of 4 per your standard recipe. So if you want, more planks, you can go that route. But the sawdust will get me cardboard. And the cardboard is what I wanted. Cardboard box. Cardboard boxes from Mechanism are absolutely amazing because when you pick up an item, it holds its NBT. So currently, right now, we have a tree, right? We have a tree of spruce. And this tree has NBT data saying that, hey, I'm connected to an actual valid tree. So if I go ahead and cardboard up these leaves think that they're still hooked up to a tree. They kept their data that says they're hooked up to a tree. So what I can do is grab some of these spruce logs. I don't want to grab those ones. The logs don't matter. It's the leaves that make the tree. So let's grab some spruce. I need 3 of these. And if I go down here and I come down and I place this here and we say, okay, be right back. Okay, I was going through my old videos that I had from my Enigmatica days to see how to actually remember to set this up for the arboreal extractor. And I got nowhere with it, so that's hard to... I found my video on Enigmatica 6, but I don't remember which video it was I actually set the whole process up, so we'll go with this. I believe that we only need 3 leaves, but just to be safe, I'll get some more. But anyway, we take our cardboard box, we put it there, and we unleaf it. We moved our blocks, but these spruce retains their NBT data, so it still thinks it's a part of a valid tree. And if we get 3 of them, I believe that it will count as a completely valid tree. Maybe we don't even need 3. Maybe we only need the 1, but we'll get more just to be safe. So we'll pop down here and set up, we'll put 1 here, sure. And then we'll come up here and we'll keep repeating and we'll get a few of them. And we'll know for sure when we put our arboreal extractor on if it's going to work when we get our arboreal extractor and it says, hey, this is valid because it started actually producing the stuff that it needs to. I kind of don't like the way that I set that up. Like, let's go for verticality, not horizontality. Nope. Go back on. Give me that. And I think it's only 2 that we need, but we'll go for 3. Yeah. Think it might be 2. But either way, there we go. We got a nice, beautiful stick tree, but that should hopefully work for us. Okay, I want to be facing west every time I come out of here. Let's go ahead. We're going to face west, so that way I always face this. And then when I come down here, let's face east. We're going to reverse direction. Reverse. So let's go down here, and when I come out of here, I always want to face east, and you can hide the arrow. Bam, and you can hide the arrow. Oop, hide the arrow. So now when I come down, I face the proper directions to be able to get into my stuff. Okay, that was sawmill, that was sawdust, and that was cardboard. Cardboard is absolutely going into my backpack in a slot permanently. It can go into this slot now because I don't necessarily need all those other slots. So we can go bam, and we got that. And sure, special shovel can go in there. So now I need to start working towards getting all of the stuff that we need. So we start out with the arboreal extractor. Arboreal extractor is going to require an iron gear, so we can go ahead and craft that. We are going to need a bucket. We're going to need, and you know what? We're going to need 4 of these. So let's get 3 more iron gears. Let's get 3 more buckets. And then we're going to get 4 redstone servos. And then we will get 4 arboreal extractors. Hopefully I have enough glass for this. I have no idea how much glass I actually end up having. So if I take the arboreal extractor and I place it here... Are you liking this tree? It doesn't seem to be caring for my tree here. Because it should have switched over and showed orange when I put it in. Has that been fixed? Can I not do stick trees anymore? Do I have to actually plant a real tree here? I mean, that's not undoable. Let's see. You know what? If I break this and those don't... Oh, no, they do break themselves. All right, well, I guess we'll just plant a real tree. It's not that big of a deal. But see, look, that has data now. It won't stack, so that has NBT data, so maybe it was working and I was just not patient enough. But it should have turned white. Spruce. Let's just grab a spruce. Shift click. Let's grab some bone meal. And hopefully I don't need more than 1 block of dirt because I don't have that. So we'll just do this. Just plant. And if that's the case, we're going to move over 1. That way we maximize space. You go there. You can go... What? Oh, I grabbed 1 bone meal. There. Okay. All right, so that should now work. So now if I take my arboreal extractor and I place it here, see, look, it immediately turned orange, which is what I wanted to see. I could trim this tree up now, TBH, and no, I don't. See, my OCD is going to require me. Okay, I'm not actually OCD, so I shouldn't say that. But my desire to have them all facing the same direction is going to drive me crazy. All right, let's trim the tree up so we can set some pipes up because we're going to want all of the resin to go into one central location. So we can go ahead and get some fluid pipes, place them on each one, and then we'll link them all up. Bam. Bam. And bam. So then we just need to set them all to an extract. Extract. And the thing about pipes is great because they do not have an internal inventory inside of these pipes. So they are very server friendly. They don't hold anything until you can actually do something with them. But there we go. Look, we got resin. In each of these, we already have 50 millibuckets of resin, and we can start doing things with that resin and putting it places. Specifically, our next goal, our next machine to make is going to be our fractionating still. So we can actually start processing the resin that we have. So fractionating still is going to require us to get a few things, nothing terribly too different than the things that we've already been getting before. I just need some Invar, which should just be 1, 2, 3. And you know what? Let's just do something like, let's see, it was 2 for every, so something like that would get me a lot of Invar. And then that way I don't have to worry about it for a little while. Anytime I need Invar, I'll have it, which is going to be great for when we get to the upgrades. Also, I should probably take a look and see how much glass we have. Not very much. Glass can be, I can have like an auto smelting process going up, can't I? Or isn't there like a smelting enchant where like I can get like a hammer with smelting on it that would make glass for me automatically? That'd be kind of cool. I think that's a thing. Oh, let's speed down. Thank you. Okay, Invar can go in there. Fractionating still is going to require 2 Invar gears, so 1, 2. Then another redstone flux coil. Let's just craft 8 of those. That way I don't have to worry about it. And machine frames, tin gears. Craft 8 of those. And 4 of those. We need iron. Haha. Iron. Take it all. I mean, honestly, you know what? I probably could reach that chest with this. Can't I? It's going to be over here. The block is now highlighted. Okay, but it didn't actually highlight it. You know what? Duh. I can just click on it and see what's inside of it, though. I don't know why I complicated that so much. Yeah, you. Add you to my list. Now I have access to everything in it. Bam. I like that. This storage scanner is pretty darn handy, actually. So with that, I should now be able to get the machine frames, and I'd like to craft 4 of those if I can. Used all my glass. So let's get glass going. Something like that. That'll get us 2 stacks of glass. If I take over the smelting spot here with this, now it will only pull that, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so that's going to get me glass. And that gets me a couple extra machine frames for when we need it. And I should be able to craft my fractionating still now. Now, the fractionating still can go ahead and sit itself right here and get a fluid pipe hooked up to it. And we're going to say that the input is going to be, or the top is going to be where the resin's going to input. And it's going to come into here. Now, the fractionating still does need power, but remember, it's going to create resin. So we need to get power into here initially to kickstart it. I'm sorry, not resin, but the, or like the solidified resin. But then that solidified resin can kick back into a fraction or a Stirling dynamo and then kick right back into it to give it its power that it needs to actually do the thing. So let's get ourselves another Stirling dynamo. I know we have one. And actually, you know what? Is this running? Because we're going to be replacing this power. Yeah, we'll take it. Let's see if we can make this work. And we're going to need a little bit of coal because we have to kickstart it. Or charcoal, that's fine. Something. But if we do this, and then we rotate it to face the appropriate direction, my question would be, can that input the items into this? We'll find out. Because what I would like, the output of this to be on the backside, but only the other stuff. That needs to be an output, but then items need to output into the Stirling dynamo. Yeah, but it won't. It can't push through the coil. So the rosin won't go in there because it can't push it into there. So I'm going to have to set up a pipe underneath this. Okay, so we'll set the back to be off, but the bottom to be an output, but I guess we don't need, yeah, we will want auto output enabled. So we can push into the other thing. But if we do this, we should be able to get an item pipe in here and have it pull the rosin into the dynamo. Yeah, there we go. Now it should be self-sufficient. What I will do is, just in case we run into an issue, we'll get a drawer. Just a singular drawer. I don't need anything super crazy here, but we'll put some coal in there just in case. And then we can have it like have a pushing upgrade. What's that thing? There's because drawers has, there are not at functional storage. There is drawer upgrades where we can pull or push, and it can push down into that inventory automatically without me having to do anything. The problem with that is going to be these guys need to work faster. That's the problem. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Once we get it started, it'll be super self-sufficient for the most part. We might have to feed some charcoal into it, but we'll see. But it's much less. But anyway, we got the fractionating still, which is getting us a tree oil. So the last step that we need is the signalum. In order to get that, we're going to need bronze, which is an induction smelt of 1 tin to 3 copper. So 1 tin. Let's get tin to 3 copper. I don't have any other copper cooked. And that'll get us bronze. And that'll get us 4 bronze. Oh, look, my invar just finished. So 1 tin to 3 copper. So let's see. We need to get that to 36. And that would be 12. Yeah. And that would max out what we can craft with that. I'm also going to AFK after this batch of episodes so that my temporal pouch ends up with enough time. Oh, that was unintended. Sure. I fudged up my numbers then because I accidentally shift-clicked that in, so whatever. Okay, so now we can get a compression dynamo by making a bronze gear, and we'll make 4 of those just so I have them on hand. I'm tired of having to craft things. And compression dynamo. Is that another quest? Am I wasting time with quests here? Sawdust, cool. No, there's just no quest for it. Okay. Extra sawdust. I'll take extra sawdust, actually, because that gets me, what's it called? Okay, so then the compression dynamo can sit here, just like that, attached to our fractionating still. And the fractionating still could have the right as an output. And I don't need the back to be an output anymore. And it's going to push out into this. Easy. Generates redstone flux. I like it. Does this still have its upgrade in there? It does. And that doesn't need the upgrade. What needs the upgrade is going to be this. And now that will produce power. 113 RF. That's it. Output rate throttled based on local feedback. Oh, okay. So it's not producing a lot because it doesn't need to. Because there's nothing else using it. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, let's get some upgrades. Can I get 4 of those hardened integral components at least for my arboreal extractors? Let's make 4 gold gears. I think I did that already, but we'll do it again. And then can I make 4 of these? Yep. And then I can go down here and I can pop these into those. Oh, wrong button. You know what? To be honest, it's faster for me to just slash home than to try and fly up. Flying up is the worst part with the jetpack. Now those should be producing more in quicklier. 2 times faster, I guess it says. Scale scores 2 times faster. So it should be producing more power. Hello? Use fertilizer to boost production. I mean, it's not the slowest in the world, but it's also not the fastest. What I'd like to have is a good back stuff. So let's back stuff. He's running out of power to process his stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and get let's get that upgrade, the pusher. Put some hoppers in the inventory. And here we go. A pusher upgrade. Nope. So you are going to push. I need to configure it, don't I? Or is it just pushed to all sides? No, it needs configured, doesn't it? Am I crazy? Let's get some charcoal. Yeah, like I need to pusher upgrade. Collector upgrade, right click in a GUI to change direction. Ah, okay. There we go. I have to right click it while in here. So I need it to extract or push down. There we go. Now it'll push into this inventory. And that'll keep this running for a while. And then this will back stuff on the resin. But then the resin will move over to here. Something like that, I guess. It'll just keep it running. This is going to back stuff on its tree oil. I guess the fractionating still could use an upgrade too. Fractionating still get an upgrade. Bam. And then you should be able to operate. It's going to operate faster and it has a bigger buffer. Okay. And then hopefully by the time this all runs through, this will have back stuff with enough rosin for this to be a non-issue. And then it should just automatically fill. I think that's going to be that'll be good. And so now it's doing this on its own. Okay, so that gets us our power, and we're producing our power over here. So that means that what we can do is get another wireless doodad and have him be the controller for the battery. I like that. So let's get wireless thing, wireless energy transfer node. Should be able to craft. Yes, just need the redstone comparators. Wireless energy transfer node. Give me that along with my GPS coordinates. I'm going to need that. So then this, you know what I'm going to want? That's because I know it's throttled by the pipe. Let's get some pipe upgrades going. Iron nuggets. I do not need to craft iron nuggets. Let's grab stacks of these. And we'll put all of that into the system. Well, not all of it. but I'll put a good chunk of it in the system, and then I'm going to compress the rest. K, 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 press the button K. Kind of got to be careful with that one. Anyway, pusher upgrade, compression dynamo, basic pipe upgrades. Let's grab. I mean, I guess it's good to have them on hand, so we'll convert those over to improved. And I'll take one of them over to diamond. And that's 1 to diamond. And then I probably could upgrade it to netherite, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, but we'll hold off for now. Not that I don't have the netherite, but we'll keep it as is for the moment, for the time being. Okay, so we're going to need to get ourselves an energy pipe. And you know what? Yeah, energy pipe. Energy transfer node. This does push power. So if I put this there, it's probably just going to immediately push. I guess I technically didn't need to do that, but that's okay. Okay, so this is going to be our controller for now. So now what I need to do is get this guy. And actually, I guess we could have just gotten rid of this guy. And we're going to take we'll reset this. What we're going to do is we're going to move him here. And actually, you know what? The pipe is fine because I need to extract power from here into my battery. Yeah. So having the pipe be upgraded is going to be perfectly fine. So we'll do that, and then we'll upgrade this so that it can extract faster. Then we're going to go ahead and set our GPS card. We'll bind to this location. And you know what? Since I'm doing this, let's not bind to that location. Let's move everything over. We'll set it up to go here. And you know what? We'll set it up to go here. So then the pipe can go here. And the battery can end up going. I'll move the battery in a little bit. That can go there. I'm going to cardboard box the battery just in case, because I do not want to lose all the power that's in there. So now we can GPS data card this. That'll grab it from there. And now it'll put power into there. And even better, I could put this like into the ground. I'm just trying to conserve space here. Like I don't need this all doesn't need to have this much space being used, you know? You know what I'm saying? So we can put this here, and then we can put the pipe on top of it. There we go. I like that better. Now we're only using 1 block or 2 block spaces for this. Shift right click, put the upgrade in there. GPS card, go ahead and clear yourself again. We'll put you here. Now power will go into there. And we can go ahead and put you into there. And now you're transferring power. We also want you to transfer power. Let's cardboard box up my battery. Put you here and undo you. And then just go ahead and extract on everything. Like, I don't care at this point. And then that's you. I don't need this or this anymore. And then all of this stuff can shift, or I could just leave. These spaces could stay open for extra powering. That's fine. What I am going to do is put this here and then disconnect this connection so that that doesn't happen. Get rid of this and do this. And now all those are hooked back up and the battery is chilling. We can go ahead and hook our sawmill back up there. Battery should be filling up. This needs to be set to an extract so that power can come out of there to run the machines. And we are using more power than this has no power in it. Are we out of power down here? I also need to get power back up to there. It is transferring every bit of power. So this is transferring. It looks like that. So that means power is coming out of this. We are generating 120 RF. If I take that out, we're generating 40. So it's really not that much faster. It is more renewable though. But it is burning through all this tree oil that we have. So maybe what I can do, let's be smart about this. Let's put the Stirling Dynamo on here too. And the power for the Stirling Dynamo can go into here. I can't extract power out of the side of the coil though. Right? I can't take power out of the side of this, can I? Well, I mean, let's find out. I'm pretty sure it has to come out of the coil though. Yeah, see? It's not attaching. Because it has to come out of the coil itself in order to get power. So what I can do is I'm out of energy pipes. Are you kidding? I'm out of redstone. Be nice if I could access this backpack from over there. That's the only flaw with the system that I have going on over there is I cannot access my backpack. Okay, let's bag mode, put you in your slot, please. Thank you. Construction, go down. Something like this. So that's hooked up to there, and then the dynamo can be hooked up here, like that. And we can rotate it. So now power is going into there, and it'll extract to both locations. There we go. So then I put this back in there. It'll put power into here, but then any excess is going to go into there. So then I need to get the rosin set up. And what we'll do is we'll set the rosin up to go into a drawer. That way, if it ever gets too full, it goes there. So then let's get the item pipes to go. Jetpack turn on. This is a very ugly setup, and it is not worth everything that I am doing for this right now. I'm telling you that now. This is not as much power as I thought we were going to be getting out of this at all. I thought we were going to be going much better overall, but we're not. Okay, so now I need to convert this to be to the south. Okay, south. So it'll push over to here when it's done, right? Yeah, okay. So it'll push over there. So any resin that we end up getting is going to push into the drawer, and then from the drawer, it'll push over into the dynamo, and hopefully we back stuff eventually. What is going to happen is once the battery fills up, which it does look, it is, we have a power gain right now. So once the battery fills up, all of that will start back stuffing too. So it's not too terrible of a setup that we have going on here. And I don't have to worry about moving these. The only thing that we have running right now is our pulverizer and our iron, and we're only using 40 RF and we're generating 120. So we have 80 RF going into the system plus the extra coming out of this because we're not, doing the thing. Let's get another upgrade for that dynamo. There we go. You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. I need to save the location of, turn off this guy again. And put him in there as well. Just so that I don't lose power. We'll put that at the end. So that way that doesn't lose power either. And then you can get this upgrade. So you're producing 80, you're producing 120, or capable of producing 120 whenever this guy has enough stuff. Now, does it require 200 resin to make a... Yeah, it's 200 for every one tree oil. So, yeah. But we also produce the rosin, which produces power. Okay. I don't know. It works. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be here, TBH. But we'll see where we end up with it. I was hoping for a little bit better than that. And thermal, the next upgrade that I have of thermal is like Enderium. And I don't have access to Enderium, I don't believe. Induction smelts. 2 ender pearls, some lead, and some diamond. I could, but even then, that's only 1xing it. What other options do I have? That's transfer speed. Where's book? Give me book. Do I have book? Book. Book name. Why not in Akashic Tome? Isn't it like the Thermalpedia? Yeah. Give me that. And go into the Akashic Tome. Like you should have just been in there by default. Okay, let's look at the Thermalpedia. Let's look at upgrades. Upgrades. 65 items in a stack now. Upgrades. Compression dynamo. Uses burnable fuels such as tree oil, integral components, expanded tank, auxiliary reaction, and multi-cycle injectors. Okay, integral components we've already taken care of. I don't need it to have expanded tank. Let's see what auxiliary reaction. Increases maximum generation of a dynamo by 100%, but it uses more of the liquid or the fuel. And multi-cycle injectors scales the fuel efficiency of a dynamo by 1. So we could offset the cost by using this, but maybe also adding on. Where was the other thing called? This? No. This. Okay, so let's see what the cost of these are. If I wanted to do an auxiliary reaction chamber, that's going to require hardened glass. It also requires plates, which I have not gotten to plating anything yet. And hardened glass, I mean, that's obsidian. That's not too difficult. Quartz dust, or just quartz, obsidian, and sand to get hardened glass. I can put one of these in there, or can I put more than one? I guess there's 3 slots, so I could probably do 3. All right, what time are we at? It's almost wrapping up time, but let's go ahead. So we're gonna go this route. We'll go quartz, obsidian, and sand. I'm gonna need a couple of those. I'm also gonna need a multi-servo press for this. So obsidian, I know I have a bunch of that. And quartz, I have a bunch over here. And sand. And again, I'm a fan of let's just make a whole stack of this. I have the resources, so I need something that gets rid of fall damage. That would be nice. Should probably upgrade these machines too, so they go a little bit faster. Yeah, okay, so that should be enough. Put that in there. I'm also going to need a multi-servo press, and I need some signalum. Multi-servo press will come in handy later, so I'm not too concerned about having to have it. Constantin. Constantin is going to be nickel and copper. Let's do nickel and copper. Can you please process? Don't necessarily need lead right now, but I need some copper. I think I have some more copper over here still, so not a big deal. Yeah. All right, let's bump this out of the queue for a moment and bump this in. And this is extracting at full. This is extracting from here at full speed. Let's go ahead and extract those at a higher speed too. At pipes. We can keep those actually in our backpack or leave them in the system because I clicked the wrong button. Okay, now that can transfer power a little faster. We should be able to get a little better here. Okay, all of that can just go into there. Okay, so then that gets me Constantin gears. I need 2 of those. And then I just need nothing. We should be able to craft this. Block of iron. Okay, I guess I did need something. Block of iron, multi-servo press, bada bing, bada boom. Got that. Place that guy down. Then we need some signalum. I'm going to want 3, so I need a total of 6 signalum. How much signalum do I have? 8. Perfect. I haven't even gotten to create yet. Okay. We're going to see how much more power do we end up getting out of these things. Auxiliary reaction chamber, silver gears. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And bam, we should be able to make 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I come down here and I say augment, that gets 3. Now we can produce 480 RF per tick, but we're only 73% efficient. So we're kind of sort of wasting out on some tree oil, but that's okay. Now, can I somehow speed these things up too? Can I put 2? I don't think you can only put 1 integral component in there. Let's look up the Thermalpedia because that's my bottleneck now is the arboreal extractors. they can have integral components and expanded tank, which just makes it so they can hold more liquid. I don't need to hold more liquid. I need more speed. So that's where my issue is going to be, is that I just don't generate enough power for these now. And this is the rosin is also, I could make it so that the rosin generates more power too. But yeah, so this process, while free real estate here is not super duper gonna work out very well. I could even probably add 4 more arboreal extractors to this if I wanted to, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a new way of power, because this just ain't gonna do it. Right? This is gonna create some, and it's out of power, and it pushed power in. Maybe it pushed a rosin, but yeah, not ideal. And fuel efficiency really don't matter. I don't care about that right now. What I care about is more power. So yeah, kind of a bummer. Let's collect our rewards that we got. Honey treat and some experience for that. Okay, so powering up, that was the compression, that was dynamos. I mean, we could go gas burning generator. It's pretty simple to set up a gas burning generator by doing the automating ethylene, and that would give us enough power for pretty much everything that we would need. But that would mean we would have to dive into mechanism, which we have not gotten into yet. Once we dive into mechanism, though, that's going to go ahead and replace pretty much most of those machines. Like, it'll replace our smelter because we'll get the energized smelter. It'll replace our pulverizer because we'll get the crusher. So let's see. If we go to our progression, that's just exploration progression. This is that. I mean, really, at this point, it's kind of up to us, whatever we want to do. We really don't have any sort of goal or anything like that, other than just teching up and tiering up, and then diving into some of these other mods and going into, you know, some magic and all of that stuff. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we end up. Let's see what we want to do. I definitely want to get into refine and start getting some digital storage and start clearing out these chests. I'd also like to get into occultism and get the storage actuators at some point, so that way we can have dimensional storage, so we don't have to worry about storage so much anymore. I also need to figure out how to, is that how I harvest this? I wait until it's actually fully grown, because that's just a bud, and this is fully grown. You know, that makes sense. Ha ha. TheAndrata is just a dingus. Okay. I gotta wait until it's fully grown. That makes total sense. I'm just dumb. Okay. So yeah, that takes care of all of that. I will allow this. And again, like I said, once this back stuffs, we should be okay, but we're losing. I think we're using more power overall than we're going to end up generating from this system, because we're out. Like, we're out of everything. We don't have enough. It's not fast enough. I can time in a bottle it again, but like, I got no more time in my time in a bottle, at least not for this. And it's going to generate more power, but then we'll just run out. It'll generate more resin, but we'll run out eventually. And the only thing I could do is put upgrades in here. So yeah, we'll figure out some other source of power or something. We'll start figuring it out. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.